Sound like some Viking music, don't it?
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only way to go, let's go.
Shooting lights out. Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen. November 24th. We are on Thanksgiving week.
I can't be
And y'all looking at
streets. Can't be faded. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know we were on.
Eat it.
How you know?
Because you heard me talking. That's how you know we was on. I don't know why you thought that like that was going to fool me, but that was not going to fool me. Welcome to the new look of Shooting Lights Out as we have hit
I love
the
digs.
Thanksgiving weekend.
Digs.
Oh yeah,
I love the new digs. It looks nice.
You like it?
Yes, and it's even better that it's a wonderful design and I didn't have a hand in it.
Yep, that's all me on this one.
Nice job.
So had to get it in, get a new look as we are rebranding. If you haven't been paying attention, we are rebranding from the Playmakers blog to the Playmakers Network.
Wonderful choice, sir.
So not only this show got rebranded, some of the graphics in the show got rebranded. Brand Down the Gridiron, same thing, and Rambly Talk, the same thing. So it was a full-fledged rebrand going on here. Okay. And Cole Johnson had he had some sneak peeks at some of the stuff that I was rebranding.
Thank you, sir.
If y'all are listening on the Playmakers, they still say Playmakers Blog Sports Network, but it will change. Give it time. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you're watching on my personal LinkedIn page, head over to YouTube and type in the Playmakers Blog Sports Network and hit that notification note. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell.
Real Wise, what's up?
And yes, we are live on the Real Wise Radio currently. So I hope y'all are enjoying. I hope y'all getting ready for Thanksgiving.
And that man is still hilarious.
Oh, who Wise?
My boy Wise. Yeah, my boy Wise. That man is still hilarious.
He should.
Shout out to my ace.
That man's one of a kind.
100. He is one of a kind. And I appreciate all that. Oh my gosh.
There's like somebody else I know is one of a kind.
Ho.
You.
I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Yo, you is a gem.
It's a gym. Okay, that's good to know.
Gem. Jeez.
Why do I? Why
man, if y'all want to know, y'all go back and watch the latest episode of Bearing Down the Gridiron. Oh my god, that was ridiculous.
I didn't do anything special on that episode. I didn't.
So you blaming me for that episode? Is that what you're saying?
I am not blaming you, Playmaker. All I am saying is I was being myself. That's all. That's all I am saying. I was being myself. The nice, wonderful, respectful, hardcore, straight down the middle, boring journalist that I am.
Oh Lord, ain't nothing boring about you. You can cut that out right now. Ain't nothing boring about you.
Oh man,
that I know for sure.
Thank you. I totally appreciate that compliment. Thank you.
Talking about
Oh
some
my.
boring journalist. Ain't nothing boring about you whatsoever. Okay.
Oh my. I tell you. Yeah,
I don't even
you're right.
think boring. I don't even think boring is in your vocabulary.
No, I try not to be. I try not to be.
We're gonna keep it 100.
Mm, definitely keep it 100.
So let's go ahead and get to business.
Dribble that ball, son.
So what are we doing first?
I think we are going around the hardwood. Dribble that ball. Uh, dribble that ball. Uh. I thought the beat was still on it.
Oh, you thought I just changed the graphic. You like the graphic? I changed the
The
graphic. I ain't
graphic.
changed the beat.
I know you can change the beat. The graphic looks nice. The graphic looks really nice.
All right, sir, get us started.
I love that two-tone look. All right. Well, so you say that the WNBA season is all over. We shouldn't talk about them. Not so fast. Because the Women's National Basketball Players Association, they don't view the WNBA's latest collective bargaining agreement proposal as something that moves the negotiations forward. This was told to ESPN on Thursday, 10 days before the CBA is set to expire, which is 6 days from now, as of the recording of this episode. The league's proposal, first reported by the Associated Press and confirmed by ESPN earlier this week, includes a revenue sharing component that, in combination with a base salary, would allow players to earn a maximum salary of more than 1.1 million, an average of more than $460,000, and a minimum of no more than $220,000. Now, this past year, the league minimum salary was $66,079, and the supermax was just a little bit under quarter of a mil or 250,000. But sources told ESPN Players Union it does not believe the league's proposal includes a system where the salary cap and player salaries sufficiently grow with the business. Long-standing demand of the players since they opted out of the current CBA last year, October of last year to be exact. The players do not want a fixed salary system and instead want one based on more directly on revenue, such as what you have in the NBA, where the salary cap is determined by the basketball related income. Now, the league previously said in a statement that it proposed, quote, significant guaranteed salary cap increases and substantial uncapped revenue sharing that enables player salaries to grow as the league's business grows, close quote. The young respondent in a statement said that the proposal, quote, put lipstick on a pig and retread a system that isn't tied to any part of the business and intentionally undervalues the players. Close quote. All right. Your thoughts, sir, on the CBA negotiations between the owners and the WNBA pretty much going nowhere the way I think we thought it would go.
Okay, so let me start with my ladies first. I don't think y'all gonna get revenue sharing yet because you never been in a position to get revenue sharing. Okay. We don't know if this level of viewership of excitement is going to continue when it comes to the women's game. We hope it does.
Yeah, we definitely hope it does.
We hope it does, but we are not sure that is this sustainable. So revenue sharing is a uphill battle.
I'll say it even further. It's a pipe dream right now.
Okay.
I love you, ladies, but it's a pipe dream at the moment, and I
Okay.
believe you know it.
Now, to the owners of the WNBA. You slick bastards. Max salary 1.1 million. Minimum salary 2,200,000. You greedy, and I do mean greedy MFers. You do realize that 1.1 million max salary is barely above 10% of that $2 billion rights deal you got. You got a freaking $2 billion media rights deal.
And that's the max. That's not the mean. That's the max that you're talking about.
And you get a max of a 1.1 million in salary. You are atrocious at being very good owners. Y'all just greedy. I don't understand.
100, bro. Yes.
You couldn't do 5, 10 million? That's the max. That's terrible.
Money.
Okay.
Money.
Go ahead and go before I end up saying a word I'm not supposed to say.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, this is what pisses me off about the CBA, and you hit the nail on the head when it came to the women. I don't think they're wrong in actually introducing having a bigger piece of the pie. I think it's good that they introduce it, but I think they have to be wise to know that they're not going to get anywhere close to half, maybe not even 40% of it. Because like you said, you got to have a more of you have to have a bigger track record of, okay, so this is a product that people want to actually buy in. And you are without question the reason why this league is growing. Okay, you all deserve more. They haven't gotten there yet. They're on their way there, but they haven't gotten there yet. So I'm glad you introduced that. But to the ladies and gentlemen who own these teams. So we've been watching the greatness of one Asia Wilson. I'll just put it on her alone. We've seen the greatness of this woman for the last 5 years. And you mean to tell me that you think the best player in the world, as far as women go, is only worth $1 million in the season? You think that's all she's worth? I find that problematic. And it's not that you all are crying broke or foul. You all signed a $2.2 billion deal, which combines the WNBA and the NBA. So it's not that you all can cry broke. And correct me if I'm wrong, Playmaker. Didn't the WNBA finally start to turn a profit now?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that you all are losing money, because you can't roll with that excuse. Now you all, almost every one of the franchises are making money hand over fist. So you can't even go that route. You've been crying broke for the first 26 years, so you can't do that now. And I get that you can't share all of the pie at the moment. And that's the only argument in your favor. However, you can't tell Playmaker or Cool or Wise or me or any WNBA fan, man or woman, that a player such as Defisa Collier is not worth more than $1 million a year. Because if you're saying that is the maximum that you believe that these wonderful players are worth, then you all are more snowed under than I thought. And you all agreed on that thought. Yes, y'all might compete with the NCAA as to how much greed you all possess. And if I keep going, I think Playmaker might actually come up with another sounder. The WNBA owners versus Cole Johnson. Let me stop. In the current CBA, the salary cap increased annually by a fixed rate of 3%, coming in at 1.5 million in 2025, and a separate revenue sharing provision called for direct payments if players if the league hit a certain revenue target. That component has yet to be triggered over the course of the agreement. Now, back in November, no, back in October, the two sides agreed to a 30-day extension. Of course, that is going on until Sunday, though both parties can terminate the agreement within 48 hours notice. Now, the league and the union have continued to bargain over the past few weeks. A meeting is scheduled Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Greedy. You owners suck.
Something tells me that we won't see an agreement actually come to pass probably until the NFL goes to their free agent signing portion of their year, and that's around St. Patrick's Day. I just get that feeling, and I want the women to get what they want, but I think they need to battle and just dig in their heels and fight for as much as they can get, fight for enough of their square as they can get, and that's not going to happen with the owners saying, yeah, you're right, we can come up for some money. Nah. It's going to have to take some doing, some time, some negotiating, and probably some hardball. And I think that's going to be all throughout the rest of this fall and all throughout the winter. But we definitely want to see you all tip it off when it gets to May, because these last 2 years, WNBA has been on fire.
Yes, on fire. You want to keep the fire going.
Yeah. And it would be to your best interest if you keep that fire burning. Now, from the WNBA and their collective bargaining agreement issues to the NCAA and an issue that seemingly they should not have started, but it was self-inflicted. A former Temple basketball player placed dozens of bets on Owls games over the 2 seasons, including wagering against his own team. This was announced by the NCAA this past weekend. Former Temple guard Heiser Miller was deemed permanently ineligible after the NCAA found that he placed 42 bets totaling $473 on parlays that included 23 Owls games during the 2023 season and the 2024 season. 3 of the bets were against his team, according to the NCAA. Multiple sources familiar with the matter told ESPN that those bets were parlays, including a November 22nd, 2023 game against Ole Miss and a February 8, 2024 game against Memphis. Temple took L's in both games. Miller started every game for Temple in those 2 seasons. The NCAA found that he used sportsbook accounts belonging to other people to place a bet. Now, when the NCAA's enforcement staff interviewed Miller on October of last year, he admitted to placing parlay bets on Temple games, but did not remember placing any bets against his team or the number of bets on the Owls games, according to the NCAA. Now, Jason Bologna, he told ESPN in a statement, that is Miller's attorney, quote, "The key takeaway here is the NCAA found no evidence that Heiser Miller shaved points. The NCAA conducted a long and thorough investigation before reaching that conclusion. Heiser gave them full access to his cell phone and bank account, and he answered every question they asked him. He admitted to placing parlay bets, but he denied shaving points in any game. And the NCAA's findings confirm that they accept Heiser was honest and cooperative with their investigation." Close quote. Your thoughts on Heiser Miller betting against Temple, his own school?
Did you read that said the NCAA said the man was cooperative and they didn't find nothing against him?
That's correct.
So how in the hell did y'all say he's ineligible if y'all ain't find nothing against him?
That was what the attorney told ESPN. Yes.
Or NCAA, did you find something and you decided not to reveal it to the young man himself?
Right, not to disclose it.
Which one is it? Because y'all look like some dumbasses, and the guy who was into this, he looked like a dumbass too. So which one of y'all gonna be more of a dumbass? Is my question.
All of them.
That's all I want to know. Which side would be the more dumbass? Which side would be more of the dumbass at the end of this?
All of them. Now, Miller was Temple's leading scorer in the 2024 season. He averaged almost 16 points per game. He transferred to Virginia Tech, but was dismissed from the team before this past season, quote, due to circumstances prior to his enrollment, close quote. The ESPN also previously reported that Miller was under investigation by federal authorities regarding betting allegations. Now, the wonderful paragon of virtue that is the NCAA, they have ruled 14 players, including Miller, ineligible from 7 different schools because of betting violations this past year. Players from Western Michigan, Wisconsin, Dayton, and Eastern Kentucky were held out of competition entering the season amid ongoing investigations. Now, back in October, the NCAA said it has opened cases into approximately 30 current and former men's basketball players over potential sports betting violations. And you wanted the Tykes to gamble.
Wait till Wednesday.
Oh my goodness.
Wait till Wednesday.
Well, from the NCAA still not knowing what to do with betting to a veteran in the NBA who pretty much knows what he wants to do after this season. LA Clippers guard Chris Paul is retiring after this season, which is his 21st, according to ESPN this past Saturday. The 40-year-old is a 12-time All-Star, an 11-time member of the NBA All Teams, a 9-time All Defensive Team member, and the 2006 Rookie of the Year, along with a member of the NBA's 75th anniversary team. It was believed that likely Paul's final season in the league was going to be this year before the season began. And on Saturday morning, he posted on social media, quote, "What a ride. Still so much left. Grateful for this last one." Close quote. Chris, I love you, brother. You're a fellow Bull. You're a Tarian like me. You're on the team and you are the player where pretty much when you flip the calendar to May, your season's over. You know that, right?
It's going to be over in May.
Unfortunately, it's going to be over in May, and you might not even get to May. It might be my birthday, which is April 28th, and your season might be over. I'm not saying that. I'm not praying for it. I'm not wishing for it. But your fortune, and you're on the team's fortune as well, that's not so good. And you have a teammate where you already know the deal.
Yeah, because he's on the bench right now.
Yeah. Now, Paul returned to his home state of North Carolina as the Clippers played the Hornets on Saturday afternoon. Paul did not speak before the game, in which he had 3 points and 8 dimes in the 131-116 Clippers victory. If that game took place 6 months later, the score will be flipped. Nicknamed the point. Sorry, I did not mean to say that. Wow, that's cold. I am so very sorry.
No, you're not.
Nicknamed the point guard Paul is the NBA's active leader in assists and steals and is second in all time behind both John Stockton. He has led the league in assists per game 5 times and steals per game in 6 seasons. He's averaged double digits assists in 7 seasons. And LeBron, don't you stay past your expiration date and try to pass Paul in assists, son. Retire with him. I'm sorry. Your thoughts on Chris Paul announcing his retirement after this season?
When the counter hit May, Coach Jones is going to be singing a very, very special song to Chris Paul and the Clippers.
Unfortunately, you're correct.
Chris, CP3, hell of a journey.
It's so hard.
And he already singing it right now. We still in November. He already singing it now. Chris, you got a hell of a journey, hell of a ride.
Yep.
At least you did make it to the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, Giannis was too much.
Correct.
But unfortunately, you're with the Clippers, and yeah, that superstar that y'all have over there, he gonna drop 40 in one game and also be done for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, drop 41 game, then drop out of sight the next.
So it's been good watching you, Chris. It's been good following your career. All the way back when there was the Charlotte Hornets before they became the Charlotte Bobcats, and then New Orleans Hornets, all that good stuff. You was part of the transition from Charlotte to New Orleans, which was interesting.
Yeah.
Again, but you have always been yourself. You always been that dog on the court, and pretty much a nice gentleman and philanthropist off the court. So,
yeah.
Good to you.
And also, seemingly a pretty decent labor president too for many of those years. Man.
Next.
Unfortunately. Paul, who will turn 41 in 6 months, or a little less than 6 months, 5.5 months actually, reunited with the Clippers in the offseason. He has appeared in 11 games, but he's correct. His time has come. But I wish you well, Chris, and I hate the fact that the 2018 season, when you were with the Rockets, fell short when you messed your hammy up, because you were the reason why, if the Rockets were to stay alive, would have not just won that series against the Warriors, but have won it all. That's right, bronzesexuals. The Rockets would have won it all. Clowns. Staying in the NBA. Goodness gracious. Klay Thompson.
I mean, if you want to save it for a later time during the show, you can do that.
Let's do that. I love Dallas, but let's stay in Dallas. Going back to the WNBA, for the second year in a row, the Dallas Wings will have the number 1 overall pick in the WNBA draft. The Wings, who took UConn's Paige Beckers last year, won the 2026 WNBA lottery draft lottery, I should say, Sunday, and they will select first a little before income tax time, or April 13th. They are the 4th franchise to have the first overall pick in consecutive seasons, though others have won back-to-back draft lotteries and traded away one of said. Hit me! I'm sorry.
Hey, I guess it is Christmas with Dallas, ain't it?
Yeah. Lottery odds were based on the cumulative records of the past 2 NBA regular seasons for the 5 teams that did not make the playoffs in 2025. 2 trades landed the Lynx and the Storm in the lottery. Now, with a cumulative record of 19-65. Man, that sounds like a year in history. 1965. I'm sorry. Woosah, professionalism, Cole. Even it is Dallas, and you like to clown them. Woosah. With a cumulative record of 19-65, the Wings had the best odds to land the top pick at 42%, and were guaranteed at least a top 3 selection. Maddie Siegrist, the Team's lottery representative said, quote, "We want someone who wants to win. We got an exciting young group and we really bond together. I'm excited to bring someone else in." Close quote. Well, the Wings forward got a chance to witness Becker's firsthand as she won WNBA's Rookie of the Year and was also named to the All WNBA second team. But the Wings failed to make the postseason again and finished the 2025 season with the worst record at 10-34. Your thoughts on the Wings getting the number one overall draft pick in the 2026 WNBA draft?
Got a new coach, got the number one pick. Everything's coming up Dallas. What you gonna do with the pick though? That's the question. Lauren Betts will be out there. Olivia Miles will be out there. Fly Johnson would be out there. I think I'm missing somebody.
Yes, you are. Along with Lauren Betts, Olivia Miles, and Flajay Johnson,
AC Fudd would be out there.
that is the one you missed. She is projected to go number one in ESPN's latest mock draft, released on Sunday night, with Spain's Our Fam slotted at number two. Now, with most of the league's rosters currently made up of free agents, the Wings have 5 players on a contract, including Beckers, Segrist, Diamond Miller, Isaiah James, and JJ Quinterly. Oreke Ogunwale, Lee Ureu, Maisha Hines Allen, and Taisha Harris. All of those women are free agents. The Wings entered the 2026 season with a new coach, like you mentioned, in Jose Fernandez, after firing Chris Koklanis after just 1 year. I think Jose going to be fired after 1 year, too. The 2026 season would also feature 2 expansion franchises as well, the Fire from Portland and the Tempo from Toronto. They will select 6th and 7th, respectively. Though in what order? Oh, I'm sorry. They will be selected 6th and 7th, but the order hasn't been selected yet. A date has not been set for when the expansion draft, the rules from which must be collectively bargained, will actually take place. CBA negotiations are ongoing after the players, of course, union agreed and league agreed to a 1-month extension, which will expire Sunday. Now, the rest of the first round order is as follows. You have the Valkyries in 8. You have the Mystics at 9. You have the Fever at 10. You have the Mystics at 11. Again, you have the Sun, not the Suns, at 12. You have I'm sorry. That is so mean-spirited of me. I'm so sorry. The Dream at 13, the Storm at 14, and the Sun again at 15.
Did somebody do something to you? Because you keep doing that when it comes to Connecticut.
No, it's just I kept hearing them be referred to as the Suns. And I'm like, that team is in Phoenix. They're the Suns, but the team in Connecticut is the Sun with no S. That's why.
People, it rolls off the tongue. Okay, you gotta give people opportunity. Okay, it rolls off the tongue that fast.
It rolls off the tongue. Okay, that's good to know. Well, I will say this. My hope for you is that you choose someone, and I hope you pray for them. For the person who you select, I want God to put their hands on them and remove them from being considered.
I'm not. I ain't know exactly what you doing. No, we is not doing that. No. You would not be doing that today. I am not having that today. Now, he did, for some reason, forget one article. Maybe I didn't put it on it. But the New York Liberty I find a new head coach. Chris DeMarco is now the new head coach of New York Liberty. Now, people might think I should be in an uproar with everybody else. I should feel some type of way because they hired him. They didn't hire somebody like Teresa Witherspoon, which I preferred. Could have went out to Rebecca Lobo, see if she didn't want to stay on commentary and went to the side and coach a team. I mean, just when I sat back and thought about it, say, you know what? With everything up in the air in the WNBA, I'm gonna give a man a chance. We gonna see what we can do. Cause we might not even have a season this year. Matter of fact, we don't even know who's gonna be on the team if we do have a season. So I'm gonna give him a chance. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him a chance. You on air, sir?
So you like this hire?
I don't like it, but I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna be in an uproar. That's all I'm saying. I'm not finna around here and make these initial reactions like what did all this now. Give it a chance. We don't even know what's going to happen.
What I find funny is that they let go of a coach that led your wonderful team to their only WNBA championship only 1 year before they decided to give her the pink slip. And it wasn't her fault that the team didn't gel as well as they should have. I mean, you had a lot. You mentioned with many of the episodes that we did of Shooting Lights Out that the Liberty suffered from a lot of injuries. And I don't care how good or how talented the team is, if you're going to have injury issues, you're going to run into, I'm going to put this in a nice way, you're going to run into chemistry issues too. And you're not going to you're not going to have the cohesion that you did have the year before, and that's what existed. But I get it. You saw them hoist the ring. You saw them hoist the trophy last year in Las Vegas. When I'm sorry, not Las Vegas, in Minneapolis, when you won the whole thing in 2024, and you figured, okay, well, we should do the same thing this year. And when you saw that they were woefully short in doing so, you decided to give. I just don't believe this. You decided to give the head coach the pink slip. I think it's a little too hasty. But to DeMarco, I hope everything is well with him. He gets a chance to lead a team, so that's good right there. Let's see how this goes. But I think he has to know that he's now a part of an organization that I think expects a championship October 2026. And Mr. DeMarco, I want you to meet a wonderful friend of mine, Darnell Solins, aka the Playmaker. Yes, he's a huge, hardcore New York Liberty fan, and he expects you to win a chip now. So know that, and know that he is one of a myriad of Liberty fans who expect you to win a championship come October 2026.
You know what? Nah, DeMarco, I ain't gonna put year one on you. I'm gonna put year one on that front office. What kind of team you gonna give DeMarco when we come out of the CBA?
Well, see, you're talking like a smart fan, which I agree with you. To me, I think this is on the front office. I agree with you, but I think he's going to get that unfair expectation. You've heard the saying, and it's more crude and more vulgar. But you've heard the saying, "Feces rolls downhill," right? That I think is what's going to happen to DeMarco. The pressure from the front office is going to roll down on him. And if they were to have a similar season in 2026 as they did this year, I would not be surprised if they decide to show him the door. But in my estimation and yours, they should also show the general manager the door too.
So front office, My eyes on you guys. And if it's not what I expect, best believe there is a certain button I will be pressing.
And it ain't the heat check.
And it's definitely not that. Now, speaking of something that you can have heat on, or something you can be excited about, USA women's basketball. Caitlin Clark pays Beckers to make USA senior camp debuts.
Oh, so that
Yeah.
that means they'll actually be on the 2020 team.
We on the road to 2026 first.
Well, I know 2026, but I'm talking
In
about when it.
2020.
I know I'm talking about when it really matters.
Yeah.
2028, and
Caitlin,
I'm addressing it to these numb nuts that were saying, "Well, why do you have Caitlin Clark on the team? Let her earn it."
Caitlin Clark pays Beckers injuries and wait for it. Juju Watkins will be among the 10 players making their USA basketball senior national team camp debuts next month. Juju will
Uh,
be in
uh,
attendance.
wait. I thought Juju was limpy.
She's gonna be in attendance. I don't exactly mean she's actually gonna participate.
Okay. No, and don't get me wrong. You know I want to see Juju on this Team USA in
I know
2028.
where you going with that because when I saw her name, I was like, oh, I know the first question Cole is gonna ask.
So she can't. So she can't. Yeah, and I would ask. So she can't play ball at USC, but she can play for Team USA. Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
The Story basketball program hosts a training camp at Duke University from December 12th through the 14th.
Sorry, Cole.
The 18 participants also include former Olympians and World Cup gold medalists Chelsea Gray, Brittany Griner, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, and Khalil Copper, plus 3x3 Olympian Derica Hamby.
Oh, why
Brianna
didn't
Jones,
why didn't you tell me Chelsea Green was going to be in this team? I thought she wrestled.
I said Chelsea Gray. I didn't say Chelsea Gray.
I know.
Brianna Jones, a member of the 2022 World Cup team, was also named to the training camp squad, while 2023 number one pick overall Leah Boston is also expected to be in attendance. Cameron Brick, Lauren Betts, Sonia Centros, Kiki Aaron Fit, Rakia Jackson, and Miss Burton from the Golden State Rockets, the most improved player of the year, will round out the group making their senior national camp debut. Clark, Becker, Watkins, Brent, Betts, Boston, and Centron have previously won gold medal with Team USA in the junior competition. Betts, Boston, Reese, Burton, and Jackson were part of Team USA at the FIBA Women's America. Ea Friend is making her USA basketball debut, period. Watkins, the USC star and national player of the year last year, would not participate on court as she continues to recover from her March ACL tear.
Good.
But will have the opportunity to learn about and integrate into the women's national team program while at camp.
Okay. I'm with that.
Now you may speak, sir.
I'm with that. Okay. I'm with that. Good. Because I want Juju to be as healthy as she possibly can be. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. Send every hate toward me in my saying that. You heard it. You heard me. I'll say it again. Juju Watkins will be the Michael Jordan of women's basketball. She is that talented. And I'm glad that I'm glad she doesn't have to actually exert any physical strain on a recovery now 8 months long. And she should continue to be healthy and get healed before she actually tries that knee again. Now, I heard all of the usual suspects of the young side of things and I figured that was to be the case. My question would be to you: which ones of the Aja Wilson and Nafisa Collier aged women, which they're not too much older, will actually be part of this team? Not the camp, but the team come 2028.
Oh, see, that's different. See, they not even focused on 2028 right now. They focus on 2026.
And I get why they focus on next year. I get that because you got to qualify for the Olympics. I get that.
But the funny thing is, I don't think they really have to qualify because the Olympics is here.
Well, I know the Olympics is in the United States,
and the host country automatically gets in.
Now that I didn't know. Okay, so I thought every country had to qualify. Okay,
no, if it's in your country, how the Olympics look at it, the Olympic Committee. If you're hosting it, you should be a part of it.
Okay,
even if you suck.
True.
But at least let the country cheer their country men and women on in a Olympic environment.
Okay.
So, but they don't have to. But the training camp will serve as a evaluation opportunity as newly minted USA Women's National Team Managing Director Sue Bird is tasked with naming a team for the 2026 FIBA World Cup in September of 2026, where the USA will go for its 5th straight World Cup gold medal.
That was the question I wanted to ask. So, how good of a job do you think Sue Bird would be in the role that she's going to play, basically in deciphering talent?
We have 3 years.
Okay.
We have 3 years. And I say 3 years because I'm putting the World Cup and the Olympics together. Because we know how the United States are about World Cups.
Yeah, they want to. Yeah, they want to win World Cups, and from the men's side, they've been embarrassed by many of them. Yeah,
but the real
as embarrassed as the men have been as of late. Yeah,
the real observation comes in 2028.
Correct.
When all eyes are sitting upon Los Angeles.
World Cups are great. The FIBA Cup will be great too. But yes, it's all about Los Angeles. Mid-July to early August 2028. That's what it's about.
And that would conclude Around the Hardwood.
See ya.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we got to run a fast break. And what took place over the weekend?
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Shop hats and official sports gear at Lids. Lids is the leader and #1 destination for hats, gears, and everything that moves you, making it the perfect shop for fans to find official sports hats, merchandise, and gear. Represent your team, your town, and your style with a snapback adjustable fitted hat or beanie from thousands of college and pro teams. Browse the very latest sports jerseys and t-shirts from the best teams out there. Lids has officially licensed professional and college sport team apparel and hats featuring the hottest brands and trends. Shop online or visit one of the 100 stores across the country. Locker Rooms by Lids.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to a return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
This is your opportunity to say anything you need to say about the NFL.
Well,
And make it quick.
firstly, congratulations to your Rams. Now they are the number 1 seed in the NFC with the if the season were to stop today. Wonderful performance last night.
That was a complete performance last night.
It was. Wonderful performance.
I did not expect us to do that to Tampa Bay.
Easily the best the Rams have looked this year. Easily.
And what's that saying a lot, because that offense has been clicking just about every start of the season.
Yeah. And they held up in the third quarter. It's like, oh, we got this in the bag. So they let the foot off the neck. Great performance last night from the Rams. I got so many in so many different directions. I'm not going to say it here, but I'm proud of my Texans. They put Josh Allen to the turf 8 times. I love that aggression. Keep that aggression up because you got some important games coming up, especially that one in Arrowhead early December. Get on them, boys. Get on them. And I will say,
Josh Allen cannot beat Houston. He just can't beat Houston.
for some reason, I don't know why the Texans is his kryptonite. I don't know what it is. I don't. I just don't know what it is. And to the Eagles, find some offense, please. Find some
my
offense.
God. Eagles Elite is going to be on one.
Well, Eagles League gonna be lit.
Eagles Elite going to be on one Wednesday. Oh my gosh.
Oh, happy belated birthday, Cool. I'm sorry that your team decided to let you down yesterday, but how do you let a 21-point lead evaporate with 5 punts, a missed field goal, and a fumble the rest of the way after you scored your third touchdown with 11 plus minutes
That was 2 fumbles.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, no, the other fumble happened on a punt return. But
Yep.
But WTF? I mean, that's, and I'm not even the Eagles fan. That's how I felt. I'm like, I don't believe this crap. Yeah.
Oh, like I said,
and thank you, Seahawks. You beat the scourge to the earth yesterday. I am happy. Thank you.
even though they let them back in the game.
It pissed me off they let them back in the game, but they still beat them.
But good gracious. Oh, Eagles Elite gonna be on one.
They're gonna be all of them gonna be lit.
Woo-hoo.
All of them gonna be lit.
The one team they do not want to lose to, and it
happened. Yep. They do not want to lose the Cowboys.
And it happened. And damn near record
And
fashion
the way
too.
it happened. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they said that this is this ties for the largest deficit comeback, at least in this era for the Cowboys. I'm like, really? Yeah, definitely, because I've seen them come back from larger. But yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, easily.
All right, bet. All right, you got your little NFL talk in. Now we got to run a fast break.
Why you have to be like this?
What? I was just saying it. Jeez.
My gosh.
We don't talk NFL here, but I decided to let a few minutes in.
I'm glad.
We got
I'm
things to do.
glad, but it's not like I try to hijack the show with the NFL.
Not you. I was saying it in general.
Thank you.
Jeez.
You would make the viewing audience and the listening audience think that I try to hijack a basketball show by talking about the NFL.
I mean, from other shows, you have hijacked this show, so I mean, there is evidence of that. So
I hate you.
That this guy has shown. Let me shut up. James off the steal.
Rebound by Adams, who's sixth. Morant blows by Primo. Attack.
That was not meant for you to talk ill about me, Peanut Gallery. I'm going to let that slide. I'm going to let that slug that you shot at me slide.
you have no choice but to let it slide, because you know I wouldn't lie. How you gonna shoot back at something that wasn't a lie? I mean,
You are not right for that.
you setting yourself up for it. What you want me to do? Not hit the home run? I mean, stop throwing softballs across the middle of the plate.
But it wasn't called for that.
And yes, I end up throwing baseball in here. So you got football and you got baseball.
Oh my gosh. It did not warrant you to do that.
And yes, as I said earlier, if you just joined the show, we went through a whole rebrand from the Playmakers blog to the Playmakers Network. So do you see the new graphic for running the fast break?
Okay, let me get my arm tired and hand bloody from patting you on the back. Yes, Playmaker, the graphic looks great.
I was talking to the audience. You already know I already know how you feel, okay? This is the first time that the people are seeing these, okay?
I'm sorry.
Now let's run the fast break.
Okay.
Men's college basketball game Friday, November 21st. BYU over 23 ranked Wisconsin, 98-70. Richie Saunders, a man who's coming up the list of Coach Johnson as a basketball player he wants to watch in college. 26 points.
Agreed. Yeah. And I'm glad that we're going to get a chance to see him in good competition. You know, I mean, since now BYU actually is in a conference, I want to see how he does in the Big 12.
From that, we go the 6th-ranked Cardinals of Louisville. They defeated Cincinnati 70-64. Ryan Carwell of Louisville, 25 points, 5 boards. My game from the weekend on the men's side, number 1 Purdue dominated Texas Tech.
I guess they like that number 1 ranking.
Here's the crazy part. Oscar Clough of Purdue only had 15 points, but he also had 15 boards. He had a 15-15 game.
Well, he impacted the game the way he's supposed to.
And knowing Coach Johnson, it's that bottom row that's going to catch his attention.
Yep. You allow seven players to score at least 10 points. You might as well pack up and leave. I don't care if you are in the college ranks or in the pro ranks. It most certainly in the college ranks, you see it much more profound. You got to tighten up defensively, and you can't allow to have that diversified of an offense attack you that way. You just can't. You just can't have it. Otherwise, you might as well just say the game's over before halftime.
Man, it was.
Yeah.
Purdue took a 23-point lead in at halftime. And Texas Tech could not respond. To the ladies' side, the women's college basketball game on the 21st, back on November 21st. Notre Dame, after that debacle against Michigan.
Not debacle.
Did you see? You saw the final score?
I know they got whooped by multiple double digits. I know.
They stunned 11 ranked Trojans of USC 61-59. I'm gonna give it to Coach Johnson because one of his favorite ladies had herself a game.
Hannah had doggone. Yeah. 22 points. She crashed them boards 7 times, and she was the one to give them the point differential with the game winning bucket with under 2 seconds to go. Uh, now, I know they're part of the Big East, right?
ACC.
Oh, ACC. I'm sorry. ACC. I'm sorry. My old folky brain. I was like, doggone it. I want to see how, when they get into the meat of the ACC schedule, if Hannah could be that big presence there, as she proved that she can be in these games, because I don't think the ACC has changed much. But normally, to me, the ACC sort of is a representation of a combination of styles. You got some athleticism, and you have some gritty post play. So I want to see how she fares in the ACC season if she can keep up with that type of total. But I like what I see. I like what I see.
That's it to November 22nd on Saturday. The battle for the Bluegrass State continues on, but it's the Kentucky Wildcats, the Lady Wildcats, getting the dub of 21st. Louisville Cardinals 72-62. Tony Morgan of the Wildcats, 19 points, 5 boards, 7 assists. The Hawkeyes, the 19 ranked Iowa over Miami, 64-61. Aver Hendy of Iowa, 20 points, 6 boards. And then we go to Sunday yesterday. Michigan continues just to destroy teams.
Yeah, they
destroyed Syracuse 81-55.
And look out for Lady Wolverines. Goodness gracious, man.
Just for my pleasure, Coach Johnson. You had a rant last week on the show about a certain thing, and I think this qualifies for another one.
What, Syracuse getting boat raced?
No, the player I'm highlighting.
Oh, Tiala Del Fosse.
Yeah.
Why would she deserve a rant?
Because you had a problem with, if I remember correctly, how parents have been naming their kids.
Yeah, DeQuavion and Jadon. Now, I'll say this: if there is a wonderful explanation of why Tayala is named Tayala, then I'm with that. But if it basically was spurned off of, you know what, I think it's cute. We want a name. We want a name that someone represents YOLO, and it's a girl. Well, let's put a little splash on it. Not YOLO, Yala, and then let's make it classy. Tayala. If it came from that, and yes, I'm directing it to the DeFosse, Mr. and Mrs. If it came from that energy, wah! But if it actually has significance, it's a cute name.
I had a feeling you had something. That's why I did it.
Lord.
And then the top ranked Huskies, the defending champions.
Defending champs is still being defending champs.
Pretty much. 93-41 over Utah. AZ Flood, 24 points, 8 boards.
I mean, this is reminiscent of those.
I want you to hold that thought because I'm not even done because the spotlight is UConn.
Okay.
And who they took down? Michigan, 72-69. Who's the star player? AZ Flood, 31 points, 5 steals. Who also had a game? Sarah Strong, 16 points, 20 boards, and 6 assists.
Ooh. Look at the clean up of the glass, boy. Jeez.
Now you can go on what you were about to say.
Okay. It's looking like this UConn team reminded me of those early Gino Auriemma teams where you looked up and they just made 50-point margin of victory games routine. And I'm like, doggone, are they professional? Because They're making they're making the young ladies in all these other schools really not matter much. And the only game you actually want to see them play back then was when they played against Tennessee, and then they started to boat race them. I'm like, jeez. But yeah, I think Gino can smile wide yet again, once again now, because
I know he won't smile about that third quarter.
well, no, he ain't smiling about the third quarter, but I think he can smile wide about this team because these ladies get after it, and I like that. I like that they get after it, and it looks like they want the smoke. Shout out to the team that I want WWE to break up in the Street Profits. Break them up. I'm sorry. UConn wants all the smoke, and it looks like they can handle the smoke. It looks like they can handle the fire too. Because, I don't know if they want to. I don't know if I don't know if the women want to see this team come late March, early April. Because if they're looking like this now, oh my gosh, I feel for you, Big East.
To the NBA Cup Friday back on the 21st. On the East side, the Heat beat the Bulls 143-107. Cavaliers over the Pacers 120-109. Nets over the Celtics 113-105. Raptors over the Wizards 140-110. On the West side, Mavericks over the Pelicans 118-115. Suns over the Timberwolves 114-113. Nuggets over the Cole Johnson Rockets 112-109. Thunder over the Jazz 144-112. Trailblazers over the Warriors 127-123. So Saturday, because Cole Johnson is about to throw up looking at the NBA Cup.
Thank you, Lord.
Clippers over the Hornets 131-116. Hawks over the Pelicans 115-98. Bulls over the Wizards 121-120. Pistons over the Bucks 129-116. Grizzlies over the Mavericks 102-96. Kings over the Nuggets 128-123. My spotlight game from Saturday. It was round 2 between the New York Knicks and the Orlando Magics. And the Magic took down the Knicks for the second time this season. 133-121. Franz Wagner, 37.6 boards, 7 assists. Desmond Bain added 27 points. Jalen Suggs added 26 points. Everybody's been picking the Knicks and the Cavs. The Magics are saying we are in here too now. Don't you forget. This is without Pablo Banchero too.
What did I tell you last? What did I tell you last week's episode?
I know what you said last week.
I know you know what I said. Because I know you got a steel trap of a brain. I know you know what I said.
I don't know why you had to put it like in steel trap, but
crap don't leave your brain.
It don't leave yours either.
Well, it's true. It doesn't, but still. I meant what I said. The Magic, you cannot take them for granted, and if you do, it'll be at your peril. This team is ready. This team is ready to, at worst, and this is at worst. They're ready to battle for home field for home court in the first round, and I think they could do even better than that.
I like that. France outdueled Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson had, I think, 33 if I remember correctly in this game.
And they're young too, so yeah. And I still stand by. I think the Knicks, when they can put it together, are the best team in the East. But the thing is, they got to put it together. And what they got to do is they have to take a team like the Magic seriously and beat them. Now they're 0-2.
Stephen A is starting to get worried.
Now they're 0-2 against the Magic, and he should get worried because the expectation of the Knicks was championship or bust. I don't think they're gonna win a championship because you and I think, are in agreement. What team is better than the Thunder, and what team is deeper than the Thunder? But at least rule the East when you don't have Halliburton for the Pacers and Tatum of the Celtics. This was actually said to be almost a gift-wrapped Eastern Conference for the Knicks because of just those two not being on the court for this year, and the rest of the East having to grow. One of those teams being the Magic. Another one of those teams the Knicks beat last year in the playoffs, and the Pistons, who them jokers just don't know how to lose. And the Cavs, in my opinion, they're great in the regular season, but I think they just get too tired. I think they tire themselves out because I think their motor just runs and runs and runs and runs. And then when it gets to May, for whatever reason, it's not like the Clippers where it just is like, well, we just straight up check out. It just seems like with the Cavs, it's just they run, and all of a sudden they just run out of juice. And then you have the Bucks where it's Giannis Antetokounmpo and who is going to step up to help him? So this should have been a slam dunk for the Knicks to just simply take the East, but the Pistons and the Magic are making it vastly difficult for the Knicks to do that.
Now, there's another team that I'm going to spotlight shortly that's making a case. Let's go to Sunday. Celtics over the Magic 138-129. Great game by the Celtics. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Suns over the Pacers 111-102. Hawks over the Hornets 113-110. Cavaliers over the Clippers 120-105. Raptors over the Nets 119-109. Thunder over the Trailblazers 122-95. Good gracious.
The Thunder.
They're not even fully healthy.
The Thunder. They ain't fully healthy. They've only lost one game thus far.
Lakers over the Jazz 108-106.
Screw you, LeBron.
And that other team I was saying that's making the case in the East, surprisingly, the Miami Heat. 127-117 win over the Philadelphia 76ers. Norman Powell for the Heat, 32 points. Haim Hikes will also drop 33 points with 7 assists. The Heat are 11-6 right now.
So you mean to tell me it took having Hemi having to leave the team and go to Golden State for the Heat to actually take October through April seriously?
They've been balling lately. I'm giving it to them. They've been balling lately.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It took having to lose Jimmy Butler for the Heat to actually coalesce and say, well, let's actually start playing a lot sooner. So we won't be playing for our playoff lives while we actually have to play in these playing rounds.
So,
but
shout out to the Heat.
Shout out to the Heat. Yeah. Shout out to the Heat.
They doing their thing. I ain't mad at them.
I ain't either.
So that is running the fast break.
That this guy has shown. Let me shut up. James off the steal. James with the stop.
Rebound by Adams, his sixth. Morant blows by Primo. Attack.
All right, commercial break here. And when we come back, we go into the mine full court style of one Cole Johnson.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
And ever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, 5 No, Pacific time zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Get mounts of entertainment with Paramount Plus. Stream new movies such as Mean Girls, Transformers: Rise of the Beast, and Good Burger 2 with Paramount Plus. Stream live sports such as the UEFA Champions League, the NFL on CBS, the PGA Tour, and March Madness. Catch hit CBS shows such as Fire Country, Ghost, NCIS, and more. But also catch exclusive originals for Paramount Plus such as Special Arts Lioness, The Famous Stallones, and the hit series Halo. The new streaming home of Showtime. Watch Showtime original series and movies when you sign up with Paramount Plus with Showtime. Make it a fun, action-packed adventure for the whole family and create kid-friendly profiles for the little ones. So much to stream with Paramount Plus with over 45,000 full episodes from BET, CBS, Comedy Central, MTV, Nickelodeon, and more. Paramount Plus plan starts at $5.99, but if you subscribe today, you'll get a free trial. Paramount Plus, mountains of entertainment.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
This goes to best woman player in the world. You talking about the word integrity? Because they don't have any. You ain't got no balls, do you? WNBA owners, you ain't got no balls, do you? Really? Really? So we should just tip our cups, throw through ice cubes in a small glass, and just tip the brown liquor. You talk about compromising? Because they'll be compromised doing it. It's on. It's the utter blasphemy. I'm sorry about that. Professionalism. I love Dallas, but I will not talk about that right now. Actually, I will travel down I-45 250 miles south, and that's why I'll start my full court slam. Prayers out to you, one Mr. Durant. Kevin Durant will be missing the next two games. He'll be tending to a family matter, and he'll be missing tonight's game in Phoenix and Wednesday's game in the Bay Area. Of course, he was a former member of both teams. Durant, he has averaged almost 25 points per game, almost pulling out 5 boards, and has given about three dimes this season, while shooting almost 49% of the season. So it looks like the addition of him is paying off somewhat. And I say somewhat because the Rockets are talented. They just seemingly did not have a good offensive cohesion or focus. Now they have that in Durant, but they're missing, I think, to me, a point guard and probably a little bit of depth, and that's going to come back to bite them. But prayers out to you, Kevin. I hope everything is okay with your family. Hope everything is okay with you. But I'm glad that you're taking the priority of family over ball. I know that means a lot to you because you are a hooper, and we want you to be at your best, my man. So kudos to you. prayers to you, and we hope you return in better spirits. And it's just take this Thanksgiving week and really, really be thankful for the gift of family and the gift of life. I hope everything is good with you. Someone who I think is also praying, but for a whole different reason. One, Mr. Chauncey Billups. So he pleaded not guilty in the mafia tied poker game scheme. And at the brief arraignment that took place earlier today, he wore a dark suit and he spoke only to the judge's yes or no questions. And at that bond hearing, which took place later on in the morning, the judge released Billups on $5 million bond. Now, he used his home in Colorado as collateral, and his daughter, Sydney, who is the manager of the team and player services for the Timberwolves, she co-signed his bond. Now, Billups is arguably the most prominent name among the 30 who's been charged in October's sprawling federal takedown of illegal gambling operations linked to professional sports in general, and seemingly basketball in particular. The other defendants were also expected to appear in Brooklyn court during the proceedings early in the morning. The Denver native, who has been inducted to the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame, he was involved in a scheme, if you're not aware, to rig mafia-backed illegal poker games in Manhattan, Las Vegas, Miami, and the Hamptons. Now, the other names you keep hearing, former NBA player and assistant coach Damon Jones, along with him, Miami Heat guard and journeyman Terry Rozier. And then, of course, it's to let you know that actually it's, in other schemes. But Rozier's in another scheme. Damon Jones is actually, from what I understand, is linked to both of them. So I'm still shook up. I'm still shook up over the fact that you got someone who's considered a good egg in Billups. And I remember talking about this with my ace, my best friend Wise Alefe. And he said, it doesn't mean that it's a bad person. It just means that sometimes you could be a good person and you slip into bad circumstances. You never know. He may have been hard up and needed the money. And I'm glad I got that understanding, because I think it was necessary to have that in tow. But this mess is going to continue. This mess is going to continue. All 31 defendants in the gambling cases are due back in court March the 4th for a case status update. This is going to be a royal mess. And the hits literally just keep on coming. But you all know me. I love Dallas. I think it is one of the greatest places to ever exist on the planet. It's the best city in the entire world. And it broke my heart to hear that the Wings ended up having the #1 overall draft pick again. So it means I got to root harder for them to be in last place in the WNBA in 2026. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a story that we had in around the hardwood, but we're bringing up now. Klay Thompson, he's tired of that mouth from John Morant. Son, you have Megan Thee Stallion. That's the only mouth you should worry about, son. Don't worry about John Morant's mouth. Let it run. Unless you swing both ways, son, and you ain't telling us. Anyway. Now, Morant missed his third straight game because of a calf strain, verbally confronted Thompson after the final buzzer of the Grizzlies' 102-96 victory over the Mavericks this past Saturday night. Security staffers and coaches from both teams separated the players to prevent a situation from escalating. However, the tensions between them have been simmering since the 2022 playoffs, when, of course, Thompson was a member of the Warriors, and they eliminated the Grizzlies en route to his fourth NBA championship. Clay had this to say about Ja, quote, "He's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability." Close quote. Oh, so you mean to tell me he's like a woman? Is that what you're saying? Because I know many women who seem to have the problem of accountability. Like, wow, I did that. I'm so sorry. It's as if women want to eat dirt before they want to say I'm sorry. It's as if women want to be ignored before they say I'm sorry. It's as if women want to shove. I'll stop there. Thompson was involved in a couple of altercations with other Grizzlies players during the game. He confronted Grizzlies forward Santi Altima for tripping Mavericks rookie Cooper Flagg, a foul that was upgraded to flagrant one after a review. Thompson and Grizzlies wing player Vince Williams Jr., they were both assessed technical fouls later for trash talking. But Thompson's words, which were the harshest, they were saved for the gun toter. For the wonderful, spectacular player. Now, after that exchange that they had, Morant walked over to Grizzlies guard Cam Spencer during the team's broadcast post-game on-court interview and took a jab at Thompson, who had a season-high 22 points in the L, but missed a potential game-tying three with 21 seconds remaining. Morant said to Spencer, quote, "Tell him who the best shooter in the house was. It wasn't Bro from Golden State." Close quote. Okay. It's time for me to actually step in and say this to you. You clowns have been at it for almost 4 years now. Ja, you want to act as though you tough and you a thug and you ain't. And Clay, you now have Megan Thee Stallion and you feel like you have that Tory Lanez energy coming up in you. Don't shoot a foot, son. You feel as though, you feel like Jay-Z with Beyonce. You got the highest chick of the game and she's going to be wearing your chain, that type of thing. So you feel it, you feel the chest puffed out. You feel like you a big boy because you got a girl that drains you from all your juices. Just take that anaconda and just goes and makes you smile. Come on now, son. It's ridiculous. Y'all starting to act like YNs. Stop acting like YNs and stop acting like them now. I want you to get this understood, Morant, Thompson. When you all talk this crap and bump your gums, you want to know what the money sees? The money sees niggas like this. Niggas. You make us look bad. You make us look as though we don't have any manners. You make us look uncouth. And with your loquacious, truculent nature, you make us also seem angry, bitter, and how can I put this? Carrying a whole lot of vitriol. But I'm reminded of Shakespeare because that's what I think of you guys. And he wrote about you, Ja, and you, Clay, when he said, people could be full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. So when you all act like YNs on the court and in post game press conferences and interviews, just know that you are saying nothing. You're signifying nothing, but you're making us look like we are 5 cents, all of us. Making us look like we are, making us look and think and talk and conduct ourselves like we are ghetto. You got to stop that. And stop it now, because before long, you clowns will be like LeBron James, one to peddle doggone Hennessy. Or you'd be like this fool who wants to take a shot at every single body. You know, she looked fine. She looked fine. And that's another stereotype that you YN seem to want to run into and have to block off. So we talk, and we talk out the side of our neck. We act as though we are angry at the world, and we want to plow every juice box that is thrown at us, and even the ones that aren't thrown at us. Act your age, not your shoe size. Thank you, Prince. Because you chumps are starting to act as though you actually are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and not 25 to 35. I would be entertaining with this and say I love Dallas, but I'm hating you niggers, because you're bringing our collective understanding of who we are down by this BS dozens game that you want to actually portray, because you all don't possess the nuts and the balls and the schlong to actually say, you know what, that was in the heat of battle. My bad. And that's all it takes. But you don't possess that joystick, do you? You got one who wants to tote a gun, and you got another who is so happy that he has a rapper who talks about how many ways she's going to have sex with him, that is not even funny. Well, I'd be the same. I mean, hey, if I got one who wants to say that everything is wet and gushy, I'd be a smiling man too. But I wouldn't deal with a neophyte and an ignorant Negro that would just as soon brandish a firearm and think it's fun just to say you can do it. It's sickening to me. This is how you both are. Stop it before it gets worse. And believe me, it will. And NBA Cup still sucks. Stop it, YN. This goes to best woman player in the world. You talking about the word integrity? Because they don't have any. You ain't got no balls, do you? WNBA owners, you ain't got no balls, do you? Really? Really? So we should just tip our cups, throw through ice cubes in a small glass, and just tip the brown liquor. You talk about compromising? Because they'll be compromised doing it. It's on. It's the utter blasphemy. I'm sorry, my bad. Professionalism.
This is a BS3 Network presentation.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central.
Shop hats and official sports gear at Lids. Lids is the leader and #1 destination for hats, gears, and everything that moves you, making it the perfect shop for fans to find official sports hats, merchandise, and gear. Represent your team, your town, and your style with a snapback adjustable fitted hat or beanie from thousands of college and pro teams. Browse the very latest sports jerseys and t-shirts from the best teams out there. Lids has officially licensed professional and college sport team apparel and hats featuring the hottest brands and trends. Shop online or visit one of the 100 stores across the country. Locker Rooms by Lids.
The Big Ten.
How would people on the campus of Ohio State University, how would they look at Ryan Day?
The SEC.
Until somebody can show me that they can beat Georgia outside of Alabama, I gotta roll with the Bulldogs.
The Big 12.
Mike Gundy, show me something. I picked you last year, okay?
The ACC.
I need Dabo Sweeney and the Clemson Tigers to show me that they are understanding what the mission is at hand.
And the Pac-12. Whoa. I'm sorry, the Pac-2. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down every single week all the hot college football games, bearing down the gridiron on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
And welcome back to Shooting Lights Out here on this Monday, November 24th, as we get ready for Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Thank you.
And what did you laughing about? And I don't know why I asked that question.
No, I was laughing because you went straight to commercial. I thought that was hilarious.
No, I was doing it on purpose.
I know you
There's
were.
no point
I
in
knew
me
you.
coming back in. You're done. You hit your 7, hit the commercial break.
Yeah.
I'll come back in at the commercial.
Thank you.
If you
But
notice,
yeah, go ahead.
notice when we went when we did the commercial break, it went straight to you. I wasn't even on camera.
I did know that. Yes.
So guess what? After this commercial break, I come back on camera.
All right. Go ahead, homie. I
And
like
think
that.
It works that way. It's your segment. I don't need if I interject, it's because I'm trying to be funny.
I got it.
But I got the vibe that you weren't trying to be funny on this one, so I was like, I can just stay in the back.
Unfortunately, no. I would love to have been funny, but no. Seeing John Morant and Klay Thompson still bump gums and all that, I'm like, nah. This crap needs to stop.
So I stay in the back and I'll let you do your thing.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Now, as we get ready to get out of here, your national television / upcoming games that you need to watch or pay attention to on what we call not we, but what I guess I can say we because you look at the title of the show. Feast Week. Beginning in college basketball, Tennessee took down Rutgers 85-60. I can also say that Seton Hall got the opening win in the Maui Invitational over 23rd ranked NC State 85-74.
Wait, Seton Hall is still the school?
Yes.
Wow.
As for the other games you need to watch, Notre Dame and Kentucky, I don't see that score on here. Let me see if I can find that score. That score should be done. Live research. Kansas took down Notre Dame 71-61. So you got 3 results right there. Currently popping off right now, it is the St. John's West Storm leading 45-43 at halftime over 15 ranked Iowa State Cyclones. Coming up in less than 30 minutes, Cole Johnson, Houston Cougars, third-ranked Houston Cougars, they'll be taking on Syracuse. 8 p.m., 22-ranked Auburn will be taking on Oregon. And then game of the day on the men's side. 12th-ranked the Gonzaga Bulldogs take on 8th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide, 9:30 p.m. on TNT. That is today. Tomorrow on the men's side, Iowa State will be taking on Creighton at 2 p.m. Red Storm and Baylor get together at 5 p.m. Tennessee and Cole Johnson Houston Cougars at 6 p.m. I think that is the game of the day for tomorrow. Michigan, the 7th-ranked Wolverines, they'll be taking on Auburn at 8:30 p.m. Maryland and Gonzaga gets to it at 9:30. You also have at 8 p.m. on the FS1 side, Kansas State and 25th-ranked Indiana Hoosiers. And then the Imperial Classic, 10 p.m. on ESPN, 19th-ranked Bruins or UCLA. They'll be taking on California. On the ladies' side of things, we're just looking at Wednesday. The Player Airs Championship, the 4th-ranked Texas Longhorns take on 3rd-ranked UCLA, 2 p.m. True TV, Mr. Johnson. Longhorns and Bruins on Feast Week.
All right, ladies, show me something. Is this going to be a preview of a Final Four matchup when we get to April? I hope so. Because both schools seem to be very hyped up, and thinking that they can repeat what they did last year this year, and we're going to get a good shot to see where both of these schools are in terms of if one's better than the other, or if both need to be taken seriously. And you're saying, okay, so we know it's going to be UConn, it's going to be Texas, it's going to be UCLA. Who's going to be the 14?
Well, the 14. You left that out on purpose because I was going to get to that one next. The 2nd-ranked Gamecocks, they'll be taking on Duke at 4:30. That's after Texas and UCLA. Another game that if you can find on TV anyway. Out in Puerto Rico, the 7th-ranked Maryland Terrapins taking on the 16th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Why is that game not on television? What is y'all doing? That is a 7 versus 16 matchup, but you don't want it on television. What is wrong with y'all?
For some reason, I still think, heck, I'll put it out there. I sometimes still think that the NCAA erroneously assumes that we don't care as much about women's basketball as we do men's. And if the last 5 years have proven anything, it should be the opposite, because I'm thinking there's more interest in the women's game than the men's game, especially in the NCAA. But I still believe the way that they are doing this, it makes me think
they stay in status quo and not intending to
not attending to what the focus has been, which has been, it is shifting toward, especially in the college realm, it is shifted more toward, man, this women's game is looking a lot better than the men's game. And you're having more men say that now.
Pretty much. Speaking of men, we're going to the professional levels tonight. We have a doubleheader on a Peacock Monday. Cavs and Raptors get together at 7 p.m. Cole Johnson's Rockets, they are in Phoenix. They take on the Suns at 9:30.
Take them down. It's not going to be easy, but take them down.
Coast to Coast Tuesday, NBC Peacock, the Magic. They are in Philly to take on the 76ers at 8 p.m. And it's round one for the Battle of LA between the Clippers and the Lakers, with the Lakers being the home team. So it's at Crypto.com Arena at 11 p.m.
Can we have a tie?
All right, Snowman.
No, you're right. No. Can we have both teams just simply not even make it to the arena? Just say you forfeit the game due to LeBron James being a pimp for Hennessy. That'll work.
On a special Thanksgiving Eve day, ESPN is giving us a triple header as we get ready for Thanksgiving. Beginning at 5 p.m., the Detroit Pistons are in TD Garden to take on the Boston Celtics, following by the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the reigning defending champs Thunder and OKC at 7:30, and then the nightcap at 10 p.m. Cole's Rockets are back on national television to take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
This is actually wise of NBA. You know that the NFL rules Thanksgiving Day. Why don't you try to actually rule Wednesday night before Thanksgiving? I think this is wonderful. And although the Celtics are not the Celtics that we would like to see, the Pistons, I think, are a team that we need to see. We need to see it with the Pistons. I like these three games. But yeah, my eye is on the Pistons because I want to see the further development of this young bunch because man, they are playing so good.
Hey, they're triple ahead of Thanksgiving Eve. And also, we're gonna skip Thanksgiving, go straight to NBA Cup Friday. And Coach Johnson throws up. The Bucks are in Madison Square Garden to take on the Knicks at 7:30, and then the Mavericks. Coach loves Dallas, and they take on the Lakers at 10 p.m.
I'm gonna root for the Lakers. Oh. I mean, I'm for you, Mavericks. Take the Lakers down.
Oh, that was caught on air too. Yeah, that was great. And that is your national TV / upcoming key game schedule for this week.
The NBA Cup.
As we get ready for Thanksgiving this Thursday. We'll quickly go, Johnson. We'll probably dive more into it on Wednesday when we actually do Bear Down and Gray Down. But a quick synopsis of Thanksgiving for you. We'll dive more into it Wednesday.
Well, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year. So I love it more than any other of the holidays, including Christmas. And I love it from the standpoint of you have to focus on what you're thankful for. And I'm having a lot of gratitude for this year. And for me, this will be the first one without my grandmother, but I don't feel bad about it. I actually feel pretty resolute, and I'm thankful for the time that I had to spend with her. And I may not look it, but I lived a few years on this planet, and to actually say that I got a chance to see my grandmother well into my adulthood, I think that's an achievement that most would love to say they have and can't say, but I can. So for this year, I'm going to be mostly thankful for the fact that I was able to be with my grandmother for a long time. And hopefully she's in a better place now.
And that's how we're going to end this episode of Shooting Lights Out. Hope y'all enjoyed the new look, the new graphics, the new logos, the new everything. Just the beginning. Bear Down and Gray Down got some new graphics as well. So make sure y'all tune in Wednesday for that. And we'll dive more into Thanksgiving there because it's rivalry week. So you know what that means. For Cole Johnson, I am down in the Playmaker Silence here signing out. Thank y'all. And this has been your weekly deep shot into hoops culture. We'll see you Wednesday.
Black Up Force One.
You've done good. You've done great. But you can't stop here. You can't stop now. You gotta keep going. Through all your trials and your tribulations, you gotta keep pushing. Now, finish your campaign.
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that bitch again. Cause that's the only way to win.